Is it permitted to make a hefsek in middle of davening for the sake of a mitzvah, such as to speak of donating tzedakah, speak to someone in Torah learning, or any other speech that is mitzvah related? We all know that once one begins Baruch Sha'amar, there are limitations and prohibitions regarding what he may answer, what he may speak for, and what not. The question is, what is the view regarding a mitzvah? Is it permitted to stop in middle of davening, make an interval of speech for the sake of a mitzvah? So it's a clear ruling in the Shulchanaruch, in the Ramah, chapter 51, Halacha 4, brought in the Alter Rebbe Shulchanaruch 51.4 and 53.3, that it is forbidden to make an interval between Baruch Sha'amar and Shemona Esrei, even for the sake of a mitzvah. This, however, carries a few exceptions. There are certain mitzvahs for which it is permitted to make a hefsek, an interval on their behalf, such as to answer Amen Yehi Shmei Rabbah. Or if you heard thunder in the middle of davening, you're allowed to say the bracha of Koicha Gvurasim Ali Olam, even in the middle of Bir Chashmaz, rules the Alter Rebbe in 66.4. So what comes out is that in certain cases one is permitted to make an interval for the sake of a passing mitzvah that cannot be made up later. But in general, we do not allow a person past Baruch Sha'amar to stop and talk for the sake of a mitzvah. There is one exception to this rule, and that is between Yishtabach and Yetzirah. Alter Rebbe records in 51.4 and 53.3 and 54.3, based on the Mechaber Ramah 54.1, some places can rule that between Yishtabach and Yetzirah one may even lechatchila speak for the sake of a mitzvah. So you can say I'm Yishaberach for someone who's sick, such as if you're between Yishtabach and Yetzirah and they're in the middle of Kriyas HaTorah doing a Mishaberach, you can freely go up and say the names. You can donate to tzedakah, you can even buy an aliyah in shul. That is how some places can rule. However, other places can argue and say that even between Yishtabach and Yetzirah it is prohibited to make an interval even for the sake of a mitzvah. Practically, the Alter Rebbe concludes that the custom and final ruling follows the former opinion, and hence it was customary in previous times for people to collect tzedakah between Yishtabach and Yetzirah. People would talk and donate, and they would also make mishaberach for the sick between Yishtabach and Yetzirah. While this is the ruling in the Shulchan Aruch, some places can point out that today the custom is no longer to make an interval between Yishtabach and Yetzirah, even for the sake of a mitzvah. Practically, halacha l'maaseh, one is not to make an interval even for the sake of a mitzvah between Baruch Sha'amar and Shemona Esrei, unless it is a mitzvah that the Chachamim allowed one to make a hefsek for, as we discussed earlier. And between Yishtabach and Yetzirah, it is best not to make an interval even for the sake of a mitzvah, although those who are accustomed to do so have upon whom to rely. In Meretz Hashem, what we will discuss in a future halacha is regarding, is it permitted to make a hefsek during davening for the sake of davening? Perhaps the above prohibition against making a hefsek even for the sake of a mitzvah is only by a mitzvah that's not related to davening, but a davening-related mitzvah such as to call someone for a minyan and matters of the like perhaps would be permitted, as we will discuss in a future halacha.
Thank you for listening to Shulchanaruchharav.com. Our free services of making Torah knowledge available to the public depends on donors like you. Please help us continue our work through making even a small contribution at www.shulchanaruchharav.com under the Daily Halacha Dedication section or in the subscription page. Also, check out our online courses and many sefarim available for purchase that will both enhance your Torah knowledge and help support our work.